Welcome back to Rayman 2. This time, we're gonna actually go through the Sanctuary of Rock and Lava instead of going off to do a side level again. Very swampy level, considering this is called the Sanctuary of Rock and Lava. Ouch. Rude. But we can kill him in one shot with a fully charged power fist charge shot thing. Word salad. Yeah, very swampy level considering this is called the Sanctuary of Rock and Lava, isn't it? Really? Cool. Well, we've lost our power fist. We have to fight this guy again? Oh no, we don't. Just shows you how long it's been since I've ever died on this section. But yeah, we got the zombie chickens coming at us, so you shoot them down or else they'll hit you. And they might knock you off into the swamp, which you don't want. You know? You'll probably get all sorts of illnesses if you fall into a swamp like this in real life. Water is very green. That's not the jump button! I sense a jump cut coming on because I don't want to have to sit through that again on the video. We are back from jumping the cut. Jump off the barrel or else you'll die. There we got more of these rolling barrels. You can actually hide in the corner from these ones because they somehow know how to roll around a corner. But jump over here. We want this red lump, I think. Now on the Dreamcast version, and possibly the PS2, there is a weird thing here, but he's not here in the PC version, so we'll not dwell on it. Ooh, eyeball. Much like what was outside the Cave of Bad Dreams, really. Jump across these rocks that kind of look like tortoise shells. Come on. Ah, the button mapping. Catching me off. Catching me off? You're getting caught out by the button mapping. Even though we lost our power fist. There's one right here. This power goes down in one hit. Lots of eyeballs in here for some reason. Also in this room, on the PS2 version, there's an exclusive mini-boss. The PS2 version has a lot of exclusive mini-bosses. Some are added to levels, some are in its hub world. But in this one, in this room, there's an added mini-boss which is essentially a boss version of the caterpillar enemy, which spawns caterpillars when you shoot at it. So, if I'd played the PS2 version as a young child, I probably would have hated it. Speaking of caterpillars, yep, they're here. If you shoot them enough, they will die. I want that cage. Don't really know of a more elegant way of getting that cage other than jumping down. But we'll proceed further into the sanctuary. With more caterpillars. They will jump across to this platform if you don't kill them. Get the lums, because why wouldn't you? We got more of those nettle things. And as I did not mention before, you can shoot them to make them retract into their hole. Now this is an easy to miss cage. Shoot it there, we'll pick up the lums on the way back. Because we'll be making our way back on this weird flower platform thing. I say flower, it might not be a flower, I don't know what it's supposed to be. Just a weird floating purple platform. Yeah, this allows us to go down into a hole, essentially, because it floats along a predetermined pathway. Uh-oh, that's not the right button. Ugh. Just keep your thumb on the A button, that's the shoot button. I know for Xbox controllers that's incredibly wrong, but yeah. Camera's gone a bit crazy. Isn't supposed to do this. Oh dear. Old 3D games, am I right? What is going on? But yeah, it allows us, riding this platform allows us to go down here. I suppose you could jump down here without this, but you can't get very far. Now if you hold, okay. Normally this waits here to give you time to shoot, but yeah. Once it gets on the fire, you need to jump off. That fire will obviously cause it to burn up. Maybe that's why I always thought of these as flowers. Or maybe I read, or maybe they're like listed as flower platforms on the Rayman wiki or something. Yeah, for these doors you can, if you already shot them down, hold forwards on the control stick and it will usually let you skip the waiting. Don't know why. Probably not intended, but hey, it's useful. Now this flower thing, this platform just fades away by itself. Now you want to be careful here not to miss these lumps because the camera does like to go a bit crazy when you're close to the wall. So you're platforming over these things. You fall when you land on them, so jump off them quick. The further you get into this level, the more cool platforming there is. And the more intense the music gets. Yeah, the swamp bit at the beginning is really misleading, considering the level turns into this. Now, on this rotating platform, we can wait. Obviously, you don't want to go through these things if you don't want to take damage. We can wait for these upper platforms to block the lava flow, or you can tank the damage, but that lava fall does deal a lot of damage to you. Cage over here. Kind of hard to notice unless you already know it's there, but whatever. No, we don't need to go on there, Rayman. We need to get on that platform. You need that first platform and you can make the jump from there. Open this door. And more of those weird flying enemies. May as well take care of them before we go ahead, because they just get in the way. Now I don't know if this is the intended way to open this door, bouncing shots like this. The way the camera does sort of pan out, like sort of stay static like this, kind of does feel intended. But yeah, we get through that door. Climb down here for some lums, and to get a shot of that cage. I think we'll wait for that to move. Yeah, if you touch even just the edge of these walls, they will kill you. They won't just push you off. Yeah, they don't just want to push you off these platforms, they also want to get you killed. You gotta shoot this switch multiple times to get the ledge to extend out, I believe. Maybe. And it slowly retracts in, but it is very slow. Oh, we just got a couple more lums to get here. All 50. We got a cage here. A teensy to take us away from the level. Yeah, there's no mask here. Yeah, well, wonder why the mask was missing there. We'll find out after we skip the bonus stage. It's because the game was pulling a fast one on us. We also have Beneath the Sanctuary of Rock and Lava. So, let's head in there. And yeah, we got a teensy cutscene here. Just like how we didn't in the previous level. So, we're probably going to get a mask here. And yeah, we've got enough lums to pass through. Same cutscene as before, basically. Yeah, not much has changed. Except, this time I've got a power fist, so his hands are gold. Yeah, this cutscene is no different. But we start with another cutscene. This level sure likes cutscenes. Yeah, don't want to be going down there. Kind of stuck. But that's because we're going to get a visit from Lee once again. And she's got some good news and some bad news. Why would you start with the good news? You should always start with the bad news. Then the good news will seem better, right? But yeah, we're getting new power in this level. Been a while. Yeah, now we can fly with our helicopter instead of just gliding. Bad news is that our mission gets harder. Yeah, we're not going to be pressing control, we're going to be pressing the right trigger, I think. But, as she said, that's not the jump button. We can use our helicopter to fly now. And, yeah. And we can fly out of the level there if we want to, but why would we want to? But, before we go onwards with the level, we can fall in the lava and die. Yeah, that's how you play the game. No, we're gonna go down here into a little secret area. As you might have been able to see, across the other side of the room, where on the wall with the caterpillar, you might have been able to see a cage there. So let's go around and get it. Why not? I believe we can get it without jumping across, without using the helicopter even. Come on. There we go. I'm going to use the helicopter to get close enough to the lums though. Shoot this. Must have come out too slowly to hurt me earlier. Yeah. No, come on. Yeah, there's another power-up which essentially originates from Rayman 1, although in that game you kind of press the button multiple times to go higher rather than holding the button. But other than that, it works quite similarly. So we'll fly up and continue with the level. And this bit's just just teaching us essentially how to control our height and stuff. Though this section is a bit of a red herring for what the rest of the level's like, because the rest of the level is like this, where see, there's a big fan there. Our camera is very constrained. Like Lee said, press Control or the strafe button to move around more easily, because then you essentially can keep facing forwards while moving left and right with your helicopter. You can hold forwards to go forwards quicker as well, or hold backwards to essentially stop in place, or in some bits with stronger wind, move slower. Wow, I really did just die there, didn't I? But yeah, if you choose not to hold control, Rayman will do that, which doesn't really impede movement, but wow. It doesn't really impede movement too much, but it's visually easier to see, I find, using the holding the strafe button down. But yeah, you don't want to get hit by the flamethrowers in case they knock you into the lava. Yeah, this level, basically, the entirety of it is focused around flying with the helicopter, dodging all the obstacles and collecting all of the lums, obviously. And again, if you need to buy yourself some time to do stuff like shooting at this, hold back on the control stick. But if you want to go forwards quicker, just hold forwards. Wow, analog control. Now on the Dreamcast version there's an extra Robo Pirate fight here for some reason. And yeah, the wind is very strong and you can't go backwards through it. But that doesn't matter. We got what we need to get over there. And before we continue on, we got a cage down here. Nice. And with some more of these things to shoot out. Relatively easy to miss yellow lum up here. Kind of, I guess, kind of hidden. Oh, and I almost missed this guy. That would have been embarrassing. But we can shoot down there by angling our shots off this thing. Off this sort of bit coming down from the ceiling. And just so we're not taking ages falling down here, we'll fall instead of using the helicopter. Because once you're using the helicopter, you, like in this level, you can't cancel it out. Unless, well, you just can't cancel it out. The only way to stop is by touching the ground. But yeah, in this section in particular, holding back is very useful if you need to gain height, A, to avoid the lava, and B, to get lums. If you don't hold back, sometimes Rayman just won't gain enough height to get past the lava and will end up, well, dead. Essentially. I was going to try and come up with a humorous thing to imply him being killed in the lava, but wordplay was never my forte. Unless we're talking bad puns. But let's not inflict any bad puns on this channel just yet. But we want to get in here as well. Don't let the wind carry you too far. So we've got 2 cages in here. Both with 5 lum things. Super yellow lums as they're properly called. Yeah. Oh, I've missed that lum. Time to fall in the lava. Yeah, we'll just try and get through this as quickly as we can. Again, by holding forwards, you can increase your speed and die. I'm thinking a jump cut. Okay. As we see, we just got that lum. And we've got our last lum here. And cutscene. We sure have done some jump cuts this part, haven't we? Ooh, well, what's that we hear? I think that's boss music. And some very crushed quality sound effects in the background. And Rayman has been punched out. And he can't fly anymore. That's the game's very convenient way of saying you only get to use the infinite flight in this level and no other level. And no, you can't just fly out of the level at the beginning to preserve your flight and take into the other levels. Believe me, I tried that as a young kid. I say young, probably young teenager more than kid, but whatever. Yeah, here we've got another proper boss fight. Got to run away from him. Hit these stalactites. His health bar is really long, but yeah, it takes away a lot of his health at once, so I do question the decision to make his health bar so long when he dies in so few hits from the actual things. But as long as you keep pressing forwards, or down anyway, avoid the fire. He's not too hard to take down, but definitely more of an actual challenge than the first boss, which was kind of nothing. And obviously the Sanctuary Stone and Fire, as we saw before, didn't really have a boss so much of as just an interactive cutscene. But with that, he is down. He drops a lot of red lumps, which we can use to not even fill up our health bar. Cool. There we go, wait for this purple lump to get in position. Now we can shoot at it. Note that on replays, bosses don't respawn, so you will never be able to fight this again on the same save file. In fact, the level ends at the end of the last section, instead of coming down here. But, let's not dwell on that, we've got a mask to collect. And as he goes through them, he gets more and more confident about approaching them. I mean, this one just opens up without him having to do the whole standing thing. Of course, that could just be for pacing reasons for the game, since this is our third one, so we don't need to see the same scene of Rayman activating the pedestal with his O on his shirt again. But that is our third mask. Only one more to go, and the miracle will come true. Yeah, we are getting closer and closer to the end of this game. Yeah. Not got much time for exposition now, that we're further through the game. And yes, we're going to go through this every single level. And every single level I'm going to tell it, no I don't want to. But that will do it for this part of Rayman 2. Next time, we're going to go to the Tomb of the Ancients,